Hello learners, I am Parikshit Saikia and welcome to a very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. In yesterday's session, we talked about the CAT registration details, the fees, the deadlines that you need to follow and all the important dates that one needs to be aware of. In today's session, we are going to talk about the CAT exam, all important topics that you need to do before your CAT, right? The weightages from different sections, and these are topics that you cannot afford to miss. So make sure you watch this complete 15-20 minutes video of mine to learn about the most important topics for CAT examination. Let's get started. So this is me, your educator on the platform with the highest live class rating thanks to my learners. Okay, happenings on Unacademy. A lot of new batches are starting on Unacademy in the next few days. The 5th of May, a perfect score batch. 8th of May, a champion batch started. And then on the 12th of May, we have another weekday batch. So these are your upcoming batches. And if you wish to enroll for any of these batches, remember you got to subscribe using the code Parikshit Live. Because if you subscribe using the code Parikshit Live, which is there on your screen, A, you get 10% discount, and B, this is the only code available which will give you free mentorship. I repeat, free mentorship from my side. And when I say mentorship, it's going beyond your class hours to help you with any doubts, help you prepare your strategies, and be with you in this wonderful journey of your CAT 2021 preparation. Also, Iconic CAT 2021 subscription. You can subscribe to Iconic Unacademy subscription even using the same code Parikshit Live. You'll get 10% discount. Let's get started. Okay, as I mentioned in the start of the session, right? In yesterday's class, we talked about the registration details, the fees, and all important deadlines. In today's class, I'm going to talk about the important topics, right? The important topics for your CAT. First, let's come to Quants. Let's come to the Quants section. Now, in Quants section, there are a total of 21 chapters in Quants for your CAT, okay? Out of which, if you are looking at it, I have divided it into chapter-wise. So, the first 7 chapters that you see, right, are the most important. They constitute the block arithmetic. They constitute the block arithmetic. And these are the most important chapters for your CAT. The weightage for the chapter will be approximately 30% to 35%. 30% to 35%. Every year, minimum 30 to 35% of the questions in Quants will be from arithmetic. Last year, CAT 2020, there were 26 questions, right? 26 questions in the Quants, out of which 10 questions were from arithmetic alone. So this tells you how important are these 7 chapters. So percentages, profit loss, ratio proportion variation, average mixtures allegation, simple interest, compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and work. So when you are preparing for your Quants, I think the majority of the time should be spent solving these 7 chapters. Next, the next most important part is your algebra. So the next 7 chapters constitutes algebra, and algebra will be about 30% weightage in the CAT. 30% weightage in the CAT. So if you ask me which are the chapters in algebra, you'll have sequence, series, and progressions. Example, arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression. Then you have polynomials and linear equations, quadratic and higher order equations, modulus and inequality, algebraic maxima and minima, functions and graphs, logs, indices, and surds. If you ask me CAT 2021, okay, I think I should write here CAT 2020, CAT 2020 actual exam. And it is repetitive, okay? Every exam, year after year, this holds true. So out of 30 questions, out of 26 questions in the Quant section, 10 were from arithmetic. So out of 26 questions in CAT 2020, 8 were from algebra. So this tells you how important are these two blocks. So remember, out of the total Quants question in your exam, if you are able to solve 50% of the question, 50%, you will clear the cutoffs. And look at this, arithmetic plus algebra will be around 65% of your total. 65% of your total. So if you prepare well and if you prepare these two blocks well, you might be able to clear the cutoffs. Okay. And then which are the next blocks? The next is number system. Now I would say this itself constitutes one block because this is a very important part. This is a very lengthy chapter. More than important, I would say this is a lengthy chapter. Number system, then permutation, combination and probability is the next block. And then you have got geometry and mensuration. So these three blocks together would constitute around 35%, would constitute around 35%, all the three blocks together. But this would be 35% or less, or it could also be less. Okay. So the last block that we talked about, number system, PNC, probability, geometry, mensuration, is something that you do, that you start preparing once you are done with arithmetic and algebra. Yes, I hope I made myself abundantly clear on your preparation strategy when it comes to the quants. Remember, 50% questions, if you are able to solve correctly, you are through. You are through. How many questions in the quant section? Generally in the quant section, there are 34 questions. 34 questions. Okay, 34 questions. But in CAT 2020, obviously because of COVID, it was a reduced time duration, because of which CAT 2020 had only 26 questions. 26 questions in quants. So 50% you are able to solve, you will be through. Okay. And any doubt on this? Any doubt? If you are viewing live and if you have a doubt, you might wish to ask. Also, on Unacademy, right, what you see on your screen are how many hours of classes that I take approximately for each of these chapters is available on your screen. As an example, percentages in Unacademy I take for 6 hours, profit, loss and discount 8 hours, and so on and so on. Yes? Yes, that's what I just answered. Someone is asking you 99 percentile. How many questions? Around 50%. 50%. So if there are 34 questions, if you can get around 17 to 18 correct, you will end up close to a 99 percentile. If you have 26 questions, if you can get 13, 14 correct, it will be 99 plus percentile. Okay. Next, let's go to LRDI. Let's go to LRDI. Okay. Next will be LRDI. Now let's talk about LRDI in the CAT. How many questions in LRDI? First of all, how many questions in LRDI? Okay. So generally LRDI would either have 8 sets every year. Every year it used to have around 8 sets. But in CAT 2020, it had 6 sets. I hope you remember CAT 2020 was reduced time duration. So it had 6 sets. Okay. So this is CAT 20. Otherwise it will have around 8 sets. Now out of the 8 sets, let's focus here. Let's divide it into DI and let's divide it into LR. Okay. So LR is gonna be around 70%. Around 70% of your total questions is gonna be LR. And around 30% of your total questions will be from DI. That's been the trend for the last 4-5 years. That's been the trend for the last 4-5 years. Okay. Okay. DI. Now let's talk about DI. Again, someone is asking me 50% of what? 50% of the total number of questions. So if there are 34 questions, if you can get 17 to 18 correct, 17 to 18 correct, right? That's what I meant. Okay, when I said 50% of the total questions, if you can get correct, 50 to 60%. Next, when we talk about DI, we are dividing it into 2 parts. We are again dividing it into 2 parts. First part is traditional DI and the next part is modern DI. Next part is modern DI. Okay, modern DI. Now, what is traditional DI? Traditional DI is about the graphs. You know what? You have done a lot of graphs like pie charts, bar diagrams, right? Pie charts, bar diagrams, line graphs, percentage increase, percentage decrease. This is a part of your traditional DI, right? So this is graphs. And then what is modern DI? Modern DI will be games and tournaments. Games and tournaments. Maxima, minima type caselets. Maxima, minima type caselets or any other miscellaneous type. Any other miscellaneous type. Any other miscellaneous type. Now this is where, if you look at the last 3, 4, 5 year question papers, this is where the focus has majorly been on. This is where the focus has majorly been on. Okay. games and tournaments, maxima, minima, and miscellaneous type case lists rather than the traditional DI sets which was there pre-2015. Pre-2015. So pre-2015, if you look at the CAT papers, you will only see graphs, bar diagrams, pie charts, line graphs, and they will ask you where is the maximum percentage increase, which year did the maximum sales occur, but that was till 2015. If you look after 2015, things have changed, and hence your focus in DI got to be on this part majorly. Got to be on this part majorly. Correct? Similarly, LR. If you look at LR, right? If you look at LR, what is it? Again, I will say traditional LR and then modern LR. Okay. What is traditional LR? Traditional LR is the one which is there in your books, Example, arrangements, linear arrangements, circular arrangements, selections. What are examples of selections? If A is selected, B has to be selected. If C is selected, D cannot be selected. Such selection type case lists. Or distribution. So let's write down selection and distribution. What are distributions? Example, A is wearing a red color t-shirt and he drives a Mercedes. B wears a blue color t-shirt and he stays in Bangalore. So they will ask you who stays in Bangalore, who is wearing a red color t-shirt, such type of distribution case list. And then what do you have? You have Venn diagrams. And then you have cubes. Now this is a part of your traditional LR. Which will be around 25 to 30%. 25 to 30% of your CAT paper. But again, this is pre-2015. If you look at the CAT papers before 2015, okay, you would see this is what CAT was all about. But if you look at the last 4-5 year papers, the focus has shifted to modern LR. What is modern LR? Modern LR is nothing but puzzles which you cannot classify into any category. You cannot say this is a linear arrangement puzzle. You cannot say this is a selection based puzzle, but it's rather gonna be miscellaneous. Right? So the best way of looking at this miscellaneous case list, if you want to probably have a feel of it, what are we talking about? I think the best way is look at the 2018, 19, 2020 CAT papers. 18, 19, 2020 CAT papers, and you get a fair idea of what miscellaneous puzzles are all about. Okay. Now, the next part is having understood that your focus in DI and LR got to be majorly on modern DI, and modern LR. Now you understand the focus. Next will be how much do you need to attempt? Right? Again, the question focus shifts to 99 percentile. If I need to get how much do I need to attempt in LRDI? Okay. That's going to be the second part of the discussion. Now, again, the same thing I'm going to tell you. LRDI. Let's assume there are 8 sets in LRDI. 8 sets, okay? It could be 6 sets also, but let's, for the moment, assume 8 sets. I am looking at percentage numbers. Out of the 8 sets, if you can solve 4 to 4.5 sets, remember 50% to 60%. Not more than that. I mean, if you can do more than that, it's nothing like, right? Obviously, you'll end up with a very good percentile. But if you can solve 4 to 4.5, which is approximately, again, 50 to 60%. 50 to 60% of your total questions, right? You would again end up with a near about 99 percentile. Now, I think here I need to put a word of caution here. I'm talking about net marks. Right? What is 50 to 60%? Net marks. Okay. So if there are 8 sets, if I can solve 4 to 5 correctly, I am through. Or even 4.5, 99 plus. But this doesn't mean if I solve, I randomly start marking all 8 sets. I randomly start marking, and then I will have a lot of negatives, right? I am talking about a 90-95% accuracy. Accuracy is very, very, very important. If you are not accurate, you will be penalized. So when I say 4 to 4.5 sets, you are attempting 4 sets, you are getting all 4 correct. Or you are attempting 5 sets, out of which you are getting 4 to 4.5 sets correct, right? So accuracy is very, very, very important. So all your focus and energy in CAT, Quants and LRDI is to make sure that you get 50 to 60% of the total questions correct. A lot of students often ask me in my class, sir, how much time should I give per set? How much time should I give per set? Remember, if we are talking about 8 sets, we are looking at a 1 hour paper, 1 hour LRDI, right? 1 hour for LRDI, 1 hour, right? 1 hour. Now, if it is 1 hour and you want to solve, let's say 4 sets, how many minutes you got to give per set? How many minutes you got to give per set? Can I say per set you will give around, let's say around 10 to 12 minutes per set? 10 to 12 minutes per set, right? You cannot be saying, you know what, I'm solving 4 sets, so I'll give 15 minutes per set because 15 into 4 is 60. That is very naive. Why? Because if you want to do 4 sets, I would assume that you would also try another 1 or 2 sets extra and you will not be able to solve them. Let's say set number 7. Let's say set number 7, okay? Looking at set number 7, you will not know whether you can solve or you cannot solve. So first you will give it a try. Only after giving it a try, probably many a times you will realize you can't solve. You can't solve. So obviously, you would have wasted time in the set number 7, right? You would have wasted time in the 7. So when you say 10 to 12 minutes per set, 10 to 12 into 4, so probably you would end up with giving around 45 minutes. 45 minutes are done. What are for these 45 minutes? For the sets that you could solve. And the remaining 15 minutes, right, are for sets. 10 to 15 minutes will be on sets which you will try in your exam, and after trying you will get to realize that you can't solve, So obviously some time will go in this, right? This is, I would say, your bad time. Probably you tried something you could not solve. So definitely your target in the class, or for that matter in your mocks, or for that matter on the exam day, should be 10 to 12 minutes per set, assuming you get 4 to 4.5 correct. You might be thinking this is not tough. This is definitely not tough, but trust me, a lot of people are not able to do this, So if your preparation is on track, this is what you are targeting. Anything more than this, anything beyond this is obviously welcome. It's not like I should not be trying 6. Definitely you can try 6, but 4 is at a minimum, 4 to 4.5. Am I making myself clear? Now, someone is asking me best tip to achieve accuracy. See, accuracy is something, right? If you talk about accuracy, is there a smart way of being more accurate? No. This is not your verbal class that you feel that, okay, I got to be accurate. This is Quants and LRDI section. Accuracy is something which will only happen when you practice a lot. A, when you practice a lot, and B, when you identify your strengths and weakness. As an example, you know what? For the next 4-5 months, or probably 1 month before your CAT, or 2 weeks before your CAT, you would know which topics you are good at and which topics you are not good at. As an example, 2 weeks before your exam, you realize that games and tournaments is one topic which you are very uncomfortable with. You have not really got this topic nicely, you have not prepared well, and you're not very confident. On the exam day, should you attempt this games and tournaments first? Definitely not. Because if you even attempt it, probably most likely you might not get it correct. And even if you get it correct, high chances are there that you take more time. So if you prepare well, your preparation is up to the mark, 1 month before your exam, you will be able to pinpoint topic A, B, C, D are my strongest areas. Topic E, F are my weakest areas. So A, B, C, D, when I look at that question paper, are there questions from A, B, C, D? If yes, I am gonna pick up them first and I'm gonna solve them first. If you do that, remember, your probably high chances of you getting it correct, and obviously high chances of you even improving on your accuracy, because these are your strongest areas. I think more to come on that, how to pick up questions, how to pick up the right ones. But at this stage, what I would suggest is Give more time on clearing your basics. Don't put too much time on, okay, for 10 minutes I got to solve. No, you have still 6-7 months left, another 7 months still left for the CAT. Focus more on the concepts, focus more on solving more and more. Variety. It's not the same variety that you need to do again, right? Again and again. Focus more on how many different varieties of caselets that you can get. Okay. So I think that's it for today. Remember, there is a bumper offer going on. There is a bumper offer going on Unacademy at this point of time. We are around 7 months away from the CAT. And today, if you subscribe to Unacademy this month for a 6-month subscription, you go for a 6-month subscription. We in Unacademy is going to extend your subscription till the CAT, right? And I think, and for that to happen, obviously, you need to subscribe using the code Parikshit Live. So if you subscribe using this code Parikshit Live, 3 benefits. A, you get 10% discount. 10% discount on the subscription fee. B, you subscribe for 6 months, but we give you extension till your CAT using the code Parikshit Live. That's the second benefit. And the third benefit, if you subscribe using this particular code, you get free mentorship. And I repeat, only code which will get you free mentorship from my side. There are hundreds of students who follow me on Unacademy Plus. So I'm talking about an Unacademy Plus subscription. Subscribe to Plus, hundreds of students who follow me, but only who will join using this code will get free mentorship. And mentorship is going beyond your class hours to help you with your doubts, help you clarify any doubt that you might have any point of time, and help you prepare a schedule, I think any sort of help that you might need to tackle your CAT. Remember, every morning on Unacademy Plus, 7:45 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Monday to Friday on Unacademy Plus, okay? We do LRDI live sessions every morning, Monday to Friday, 7:45 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. LRDI. And every night, 10 p.m. Monday to Friday again, 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. we do Quants live. So this will continue till your CAT. The sooner you join, the better you get, the more variety you get, the more time you get to be better prepared for your CAT. Yes? And I think one more thing that I probably would like to tell you is, do definitely appear for the scholarship test, because it will help you know where you stand in the competition today, right? It's very important. It's not just preparing, it's also testing yourself. Any time you have a doubt, you can also use Ask a Doubt feature on Unacademy. Yes? Okay. Anything else that you all wish to ask? So if people have queries, you can always ping me in your app, okay? Just ping me on the Unacademy app. You can ping me on the Unacademy app and we can chat over there. Just find it. My name is Parikshit. This is my name, Parikshit. You will get me with on Unacademy app. So there you can go and ping me, and if you have doubts or queries, we can have a chat over there. Yes? Okay. I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and if you have comments, you can always put it in the comment section or go to your app and post your query, ping me and post your query. Yes? That's it for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the session, and please stay safe and take care of your family. Till then, goodbye. I see you tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m.